Hello and welcome to Queenie's Card of the Week on TikTok and your various social media platforms. No, I'm not mocking myself. I am kind of mocking myself. Anyway, so the card this week is Arval the Parrot. Like that little guy. This is from the Fairies Oracle deck by Brian Froud. Had this deck since 1999. Absolutely love it. These cards, I feel more connected to these cards than just about any other card. I mean, I love the tarot, and I've taught tarot classes, but I really love the Fairies Oracle deck. Anyway, the Arval Parrot is about communication. So this week, we are going to be given the opportunity to, I'm getting to speak up, to speak from our hearts, to say what we need to say and say it with love. And that is ultimately how it probably needs to be done all the time, except, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Except we don't. We get nervous to do it. We don't, but this week we're going to be given the opportunity to do that. So if you get the opportunity to talk to someone, to say what you've wanted to say for a long time, say it from your heart, and that will be the most beneficial. You see the light there? That light is between Arval Parrot's heart and his throat, and it comes right out his mouth. And look at these little antennas. Beep, beep. So Arval Parrot is about clear and loving and kind communication. It is about having held on to something for as long as you possibly could, and now is the time. If you're wondering when the time was to speak up, now is the time to speak up. Now is the time to say it. It just, and like I said, lovingly and from your heart. If it's kind, say it. If it's kind to yourself, say it. But Arval Parrot wants us to speak our truth and speak it from our hearts. And so that's what this week is about. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let me speak a little bit of my truth. Well, did you know that aside from these cards of the week, that I do individual readings for people? I can do it via Zoom. I can do it via, Facebook Messenger or whatever your messengers are, and where you can even have a recording of it. So if you've ever been interested in maybe connecting with me one-on-one, these are all general readings that sometimes they'll resonate and sometimes they won't. Individual readings, sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it does. I read energy, and sometimes sometimes a dear departed person comes through. It all depends on what the person needs to hear the most, what's going to make the most healing shift at the time that we are doing the reading. So if you're interested in that, you can find my website on my link tree in my profile, and maybe we can connect that way. So back to our previously scheduled programming while I did the communication part of it. So think about Arval Parrot this week, and think about the things that you really need to say that you've been holding on to that just need to be put out there. Or maybe you've been holding off telling someone that you care about them. Maybe you've been holding compliments to yourself for someone for some reason. It's time to express them. It's time to communicate. That way you can make the heart connections that you have totally earned and that you desire and that you deserve this week. I hope you have a wonderful week. Like I said, check out the link to my website in my profile, and maybe if you'd like to schedule something more intensive, they last about an hour, um, maybe we can connect that way. I would love to hear from you. I love you guys. Have a great week.